Welcome back, fiendish film fanatics, to Movie Man, the only channel brave enough to dissect cinematic frostbite without losing a toe. Today, grab your hot cocoa and a sturdy flannel. We're plunging headfirst into the frozen nightmare of the Grey, starring Liam Neeson as John Otway, wolf slayer extraordinaire and existential. Neeson's emotional avalanche. Our hero pens a suicide letter to his dying wife, contemplates ending it all, then gets a second lease on life, literally, when the fuselage snaps in two. Wolves is the ultimate party crashers. They're territorial, savage, and apparently really into mid-air meals. Not just about surviving the cold, it's about finding meaning when you're knee-deep in dead bodies and sub-zero winds. Otway's day job. Pumping oil and pumping lead into wolves. But by the end of day one, he's ready to off himself, until a wolf's howl gives him goosebumps bigger than the Alaskan freeze warning. Cue the existential epiphany. Maybe I'm here for a reason, or maybe I just don't want to deal with my inbox. Reminds me of how Deadpool says, work hard, die happy, except replace Deadpool's sass with Neeson's icy brooding. Like in The Revenant, our hero faces nature's wrath, but at least DiCaprio had a bear, Liam's got a whole pack. With 15 to 20 passengers on a half-full plane, Otway wedges himself between seats. Pro tip. Airplane Tetris won't save you when the fuselage splits. He awakens in the tundra, rummages for warm clothes, and finds fellow crash victim Llewellyn, who promptly dies, because this isn't Better Call Saul, people, this is cold, hard death. Llewellyn's rip moment is like finding your Uber driver half alive, awkward and tragic. Let's break down Otway's priorities. 1. Survive. 2. Keep wolves off the gravestone buffet. 3. Question every life choice that led to oil rigs. Territory. 300 miles of, stay out unless you're dinner. Hierarchy. Alpha, Beta, Omega, poor sap who gets fed to you. Anger issues. Wolves take revenge, so don't be Diaz and chuck a head at them. That's like throwing a lit match into a hornet's nest. Fun fact. The alpha wolf's glare makes even Sauron jealous. Remember the Jungle Book. Shere Khan's intimidating, but these wolves would turn Mowgli into a snack. Let's meet our soon-to-be ex-squad. 1. Hernandez. Goes missing, becomes wolf lunch number 1. 2. Flannery. Injured, falls behind. Wolves. Finally, fresh prey. 3. Burke. Hypoxia victim, joins the hypoxic club. 4. Talget. Afraid of heights, falls off canyon, impaled by nature's dentist tools, wolf fangs. 5. Hendrik. Tries to swim, becomes Alaskan mermaid. 6. Diaz. The atheist with a sharp knee, opts for a solo date with death. Otway's survival rate. 1 out of 7. Better odds than gnocchi in my freezer, but still bleak. Notice how each death ties back to a personal flaw, fear, injury, isolation. Real horror taps into personal weaknesses. Otway's not just fending off wolves, he's wrestling with suicidal ideation and nihilism. His father's poem, Once More into the Fray, echoes his internal war. Is the fight against wolves merely a metaphor for his fight against despair? Logan fighting his mortality. Rocky Balboa versus the Final Bell. It's not about winning, it's about refusing to stay down. At least Otway's suicidal letter didn't include bullet point regrets like, should have flossed more. Otway arms himself with shards of whiskey bottles and that emergency beacon watch, recites the poem, and charges at the alpha wolf, like a samurai warrior armed with bar glass. Then, cut to black. Ambiguous ending. Hollywood, UTs. 1. Otway died valiantly, joining his wolf brethren. 2. He survived and now runs an Alaskan wolf sanctuary, true story courtesy of Liam Neeson's middle of the night insomnia. If Otway lived, imagine him on Animal Planet. I used to slay wolves, now I cuddle them. In the post-credits scene, we see Otway and the alpha wolf lying together, both dying. It's a twisted bromance ending, folks. Dead meat would mark both as R.I.P. But hey, at least they died with dignity, and possibly wolf flu. I Am Legend, one man versus a virus. The Grey, one man versus nature's worst. Both bleak, both beautiful, both probably require therapy after watching. So, what does the Grey teach us? Life's worth is measured not by safety, but by fighting your demons, literal or fur-covered. And if you ever find yourself stranded in Alaska, remember, wolves can smell fear. I hear they also have TikTok accounts. Thanks for venturing into the frozen abyss with Movie Man. Smash that like button carefully, don't cut yourself, subscribe, and tell me in the comments, which franchise would you call for backup? Until next time, stay warm, stay safe, and for heaven's sake, don't feed the wolves.